Hello, and welcome to Washington Exec's video series. I'm senior reporter Rachel Kirkland, and I have the pleasure of introducing CGI Federal's Rashida Ricks. Rashida recently assumed the role of Vice President of Strategic Engagement and Inclusion after spending almost 20 years working on various counts, including the Navy. Welcome, Rashida.
Hi, Rachel. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. So, diversity, equity, and inclusion has really come to the forefront more recently, and companies like CGI Federal are committed to DE&I not just as part of your company culture, but also making it part of your business plan. And at CGI Federal, you have activated member resource groups, strengthened your CSR initiatives, and created a role specifically dedicated to DE&I and business. And you're examining ways to leverage technology to complement the administration's DE&I executive order. And you started your position in the fall of 2021. What are you looking forward to in your new role?
Yes, there's a lot happening, and it's a really exciting opportunity to examine the intersection of IT and DE&I, and those are both things that I'm very passionate about. And I say that the intersection of IT and DE&I is my personal lived experience because I was one of a few female computer engineers in my undergraduate courses, and I was the only Black female. And this was actually the case for most of my career, which is why I became such an advocate in advancing underrepresented talent in IT, primarily through mentoring and creating pathways to new opportunities. And now in my new role, I'm excited to share what I've learned through my experiences with mentoring and conversations with colleagues and the insights I've gained from supporting our clients. And so being able to bring all of this experience to create more inclusive work environments in a way that also empowers individuals to share their diverse perspectives and innovative ideas. It really creates value for our clients and our employees and our shareholders.
So tell us about the DE&I journey at CGI. How has it evolved, and what ideas are being developed right now?
Yeah, well, so D&I has been a focus for CGI for years, but since 2020, we've seen a renewed enthusiasm in our employee resource groups, especially after the events taking place following George Floyd's death, and that really catapulted in people connecting and taking action, and it's that sense of community that's really helped us connect, not just within the U.S but to connect with our colleagues across the globe. And because of this, we're continuing to expand engagement with our employee resource groups. We have, for example, we have Pride at CGI, we have our Black Member Alliance, we have our working caregivers, and there's others that really foster a safe place to have impactful discussions. And we're also introducing more social elements within our DE&I learning strategy. We're creating more cultural awareness through the rollout of our cultural awareness calendar. And we recently shifted from statutory holidays to all floating holidays. And we've also hosted a few company-wide workshops that really opened the door to tough but important conversations. And so I would say all of these areas really align with our business strategy to help shift our culture so that DE&I becomes baked into our entire business.
Absolutely. Now, so CGI Federal created this specific role to strengthen its commitment and kind of renew its focus on DEI, but also to align with business, like you talked about. And as the White House stated in the presidential management agenda late last year and issued executive orders specifically addressing DEI, what specific areas can CGI help with in achieving the administration's goals?
Well, first I'll say that we're very excited that the White House decided to issue these executive orders so early in the administration. This really signals their priority in bringing equity and diversity into the workplace, while also revisiting areas where disparities can be addressed. And we definitely support the administration in their mission, and we look forward to identifying areas in which we can help, particularly with customers such as the VA, healthcare delivery, and federal housing programs where there's a clear intersection of IT and equity. And additionally, we're also exploring ways in which we can contribute, and using our expertise to assist underserved communities, because there's a strong correlation between historically underserved and underrepresented populations and environmental impacts. And data plays a key role in environmental justice as well. For example, in 2017, we were awarded an EPA Smart City Air Challenge grant to really help demonstrate how communities can leverage sensors and Internet of Things technologies. And to date, we've built and deployed approximately 300 of these air quality sensors, and we've been using that data to help engage the community regarding environmental priorities.
Wonderful. Now, what excites you the most about the CSR DEI activities that are taking place within the company? And can you also talk about how is CGI playing a role in empowering the next generation of IT professionals?
We're doing so many exciting things, but one of the main areas, is really being able to leverage our charitable giving and our pro bono volunteer programs. We leverage this as a way to advance our commitment to investing in and improving the well-being of our communities. And so that's very exciting and it's empowering. And our STEM at CGI program actually was established, originally as a pro bono project, and it's now become CGI's global STEM program, really boosting IT literacy for traditionally underrepresented talent. And this program introduces students to STEM related careers through fun and interactive events throughout the year. And actually, one of our proudest engagements is our participation in the Congressional App Challenge. And this is where CGI employees mentor a team for several weeks for a competition with congressional districts across the United States. And this year, we are proud to have mentored the winning team, Yo STEM, in Knoxville, Tennessee. They built a student accountability app that helps students organize their homework assignments. And so, Rachel, for me, it's not just about activating these programs, it's about activating the mind and empowering the next generation of programmers and analysts and cybersecurity specialists who inevitably are shaping the future of the IT industry. And so that's really exciting to me.
I can tell how passionate you are about these topics. What are some actions that people can take to improve their DEI efforts?
Yeah, that's a good question. So I always tell people, be curious and challenge yourself to connect with someone outside of your current circle. This can be a one-on-one conversation, or maybe it's participating in a listening session, with a larger group where you can share and learn from different experiences and perspectives, from others that might be different from your own. Also, becoming an advocate or a member of an employee resource group at your company is another great way to activate actions that help advance DE&I across an organization. And for leaders, be vulnerable first. This is a great way to open the door to safe spaces for your team members, giving them an opportunity to share ideas and express themselves. And I really believe this is key to creating more inclusive environments where employees feel like they belong.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for coming on and sharing your thoughts. Take care.
Thank you, Rachel.